sales plan, which are very important, particularly coming to small scale businesses and also for the FPOs. Madam, the audience are also from FPOs.
Yes, sir. A few of them are from FPOs.
FPOs and also entrepreneurs, small scale entrepreneurs.
Enterprises are there. Actually, it is even some research scholars, representations from university, SMS, everyone is there, sir. It's an open background, sir.
Okay. So I'll use English and Hindi for them to easy to understand.
Yes, sir. Fine.
Okay.
No issues. Please carry.
Okay. Thank you, madam. So I think सबको millets के बारे में पता है already. So millets are grains. They are good for farmers. They are good for environment and good for climate. Health. It's also a climate resilient crop. So I will not discuss more about this further because as you already trained about the merits of millets. So I will skip to and this different types of millets. So I think everyone knows about the varieties of millets, or if anyone not having the idea, I will repeat.
Sir, they are having a basic idea of the millets.
Okay.
You can have a quick move of the slides, sir.
Okay. So in business, I'll talk about the context of business, with related to variety of millets. For example, if you all want to start any kind of a business in millets, first I will suggest you to start with the major millet, not get into the minor millet. I'll tell you the economics part and also the business part of why you are choosing, why you need to choose on major millet, why not in minor millet. Because आप major millet choose किया तो you little bit safe comparatively minor millet, because major millet का you know the quantity, the availability, it's all known. So ज्वार किधर मिलते, बाजरा किधर मिलते, कितना quantity मिलते, the overall price per the annum, per overall year, वो हमको पता है. But coming to the minor millet, the minor millet is market is not yet established. Still, people are, entrepreneurs or business people, they are finding difficult in, finalizing the product of the cost of the minor millet, because the availability is not uniform and not also available in every areas. I'll give you one of the example in the brown top millet. Okay, in the year of 2020, there was some social media and other things. There was increased the demand of brown top millet. What happened after that? The farmers are grown, especially in Telangana, Andhra, and Tamil Nadu region. So they are all cultivated brown top millet in the next year. But what happened? This was a budge. This was a budge. It was created on brown top millet, and people are slowly again come to the regular diets. So the minor millet, suddenly the rate again it is decreased. So it became a problem for farmers and also for the entrepreneurs. So those who are starting as a new business in millets, I suggest you first focus on major millet, not get into the minor millets. Minor millets you start as and when you picked up the business, as and when you are settled in business. That means you started business in some days. You get into the understanding the market, understanding the availability of the grains, and also you build up some customer base. Then you get into the minor millet business. If any one of you किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन, कुछ डाउट कोई हो तो पूछ सकता है मेरे को. So so millets health benefits, nutrition values, it's good for farmers, and also millets are creating opportunities for especially for the small and rural areas, because the availability of the millets, as I mentioned, the major millets also still not uniform throughout the year, and even minor millets also अभी तक अभी उसका market ही farm नहीं हो गया. तो big companies now it is cannot enter into this millet business at full fledged. So taking this opportunity, I think small scale entrepreneurs, the new people still can enter into this millet business. And there are various business models are available throughout value chain in millets. So I mean, if you want to start any business in the value chain, first you have to understand about the markets and profitability, how it is connected with the value chain sector. For example, if you see the value chain of groundnut, I just give this picture is just for your example. Okay, if you see the value chain of groundnut, it covers various stages. So first is the harvest stage and various processing stages. Here I have shown plan A, plan B, and plan C. So for example, plan A is that you are directly selling the groundnut to the market. Okay, so you can compare what is your profitability if you are selling a groundnut to direct to farmer, I mean wholesaler. Okay, but if you are processing it at various stages, okay, for example, see if you are a primary processor, okay, you just process the harvested groundnut, clean, grading, and everything. You sell the market, you sell into the market. You see what is the profitability, and plan C is that if you create secondary value add processing, for example, you add coating, or if you are created another products, okay, that again depending on the what is the secondary add value you are giving to the product, and also place where you sell. Okay, if you are you selling it to wholesale market, are you selling it to the retailer market, traders, wholesale? That means if you are a small scale, you are having a small farming group, FPO group, okay, that is also matter. Instead of selling to wholesalers and traders, if you directly sell to the hotels, restaurants, and also the catering sector, so the profit still it is increases. It is a the little profit, and also it increases compared to wholesale traders to this wholesale people. So within the value chain, it is always important that what is your market, and whether this market is how it is connected with the profitability. So you have to always look for these three angles. But how you actually choose these markets? Okay, I'll just give you one slide on this. Okay, your input produce the above slide, it is for the generally the traders, the individual, the business people, how they follow. So they actually acquainted with the seasonal produce. Okay, so they actually directly take the material from the farmers, and then they produce, they create value addition, and they distribute and they market. But जो FPOs वो डिफरेंट होता है. FPOs के लिए क्या एक एक फार्मर्स के पास कलेक्ट करना पड़ता है, so they have to collect and they have to store it again, even so they can directly sell to the market, or they can create a value add. So they can sell to FPOs, various centers. So there is option for FPOs to also to enter into the this business by this model. They should have this kind of a network. They have to build up this kind of a network before starting the business, or while starting in the business, they slowly have to build up this network. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so no one
Yes,
is.
sir.
That's the reason. So किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं, कोई डाउट, कोई क्वेश्चन. Otherwise, I am only one speaking.
Sir, we'll take questions at the last, sir.
Okay. And also, I will tell you some of the key strategies that can give you advantage for any small scale business towards success. First, is that you have to build your strong networks. For example, establishing relation with farmers, for procurement, different suppliers, distributors, and also with the fellow entrepreneurs. For example, millets में कौन कौन अभी already business में है, okay, उसके साथ भी you can make a relation with them. But for example, if you are selling a primary processing product, that maybe you can sell some point of time to that entrepreneur who can value add. At initial stage, you may not have that investment to create a value add setup. Okay, initially, so you can sell the millets directly to the industries. I mean, fellow entrepreneurs and the millet processing industries. So the second thing is, once you start with this relation, then you can get into the प्रोडक्ट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन. एक्चुअली मैं बहुत सारा देखता हूँ एंटरप्रेनर पहले पहले बहुत सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट लगाता है और नुकसान होता है कई को, बिकॉज ही हैज नॉट हैविंग एनी स्ट्रांग नेटवर्क. अब कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट करता है करने के बाद भी आपको जल्दी भी कस्टमर बेस नहीं मिलते. So you have to first start with primary, just selling millets. That is the first step. Or else, anything. Snack, ये beverage है, so you cannot start. So I will suggest you to not start with the value added products at a time, because it will be difficult for you again. So, and then technologies, selling channels, okay, leveraging technologies. For example, there are selling models also different. Earlier days there was, I will speak about in the coming up channel, but I will briefly explain here. You have to understand the latest marketing technologies, that is e-commerce platform, online sale, digital marketing, and influencers. Okay, recently people are using the influencers also. So these kind of latest marketing technologies, sales channels also you should have understand the channels. I mean, before entering the business or after entering the business, you should learn these techniques to improve your sales. Third one is access to finance. This is also important. First of all, for example, you have started with your own investment, okay, but at some point of time you need finance to to scale up your business. You may have started with your investment for the capital expenditure, but the working capital you need finance. At certain point of time, you have to approach banks for mudra loans or for various kind of schemes. So you should be well aware of that, how to do your business and bookkeeping. So bookkeeping is also very important. I guess some of you, organizer have already organized this finance based speaker. So they will teach you how to keep your book record, so that can give you a value to your business when you go for bank schemes and loans. So the overall, you have to build a strong network, and also you should understand the products, marketing channels, access to finance and strong network and management. This can give the millet people towards sustainable and make your business profitable also. So the majority of the FPOs, they are actually spread across different parts. Okay, each FPO, somebody came to me and asked, okay, मेरा FPO इधर है, what can I start? Okay, whether I start only the primary processing setup or मैं सिर्फ सेकेंडरी प्रोसेसिंग लगा के लड्डू, नहीं तो मुरुकू, नहीं तो कुकीज So what should I start? This is the actually question that comes to every FPO. Okay. And this FPOs actually people, okay, that guy started a cookie business and I maybe a cookies का business चालू करता हूँ, profit नहीं होता, ये ऐसा नहीं चलता. I'll tell you why. Because there are various problems रहते हैं. For example, if you started let's assume that you have started a secondary processing unit of cookies. Okay, you are established your FPO from urban cities to 50 kilometer in that surrounding area. I would suggest you start with the secondary processing unit because you have access to the urban cities where your product is sell in the urban cities only. Okay, I mean, you get more profit because you are directly preparing a secondary value add product, and there is a demand in the urban city. And if you see the transport and logistics, it would be easy for you because 50 kilometers surrounding is not make your production cost very high. Okay, but if you say that an FPO is located 200 kilometers far away from the city, then it's a problem because the costing, the final product costing, because it's automatically increased because you are 200 kilometer away from the urban cities where your target audience are located. So each FPO has unique circumstances and they require a business model that suits for them. Okay. मैं इसलिए बोलता हूँ जो भी एफपीओ आएगा बिजनेस मॉडल बनाने के लिए, मैं बोलता हूँ आपका जो लोकल स्ट्रेंथ है, आपका जो टीम में कौन कौन है, उसका इन्फ्लुएंस, उसका स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्क क्या है, वो नेटवर्क के हिसाब से आप खुद एक न्यू बिजनेस मॉडल बनाना पड़ेगा. यू कैनॉट use the same business model apply developed by other FPOs, and also you cannot just be a copy paste. You have to have your own plan, own business plan. Okay. So now I will speak about various business models, and then each business model I will tell you about how the sales channels are available in the market. So first, if you are this business model, I would suggest you someone who lives near the millet growing areas. Okay, you are there at millet growing areas. It may be FPOs or an individual entrepreneur. You have a strong network of farmers, and where you have capacity to source raw grains, okay, directly from the farmers. Then I would suggest you to start this millets aggregator business. If you are just starting with your investment and you want to become an aggregators, it won't be possible because it is a seasonal crop. Okay, you have to have a knowledge and also the network when the farmers sell their goods, and you have to also have your own capacity to procure in the raw material also, and keeping the raw material, and also where you sell after procuring the raw materials. So these trades are compulsory when you are starting your own aggregator business. And people, they just start aggregator business and they think farmers will sell the goods to them. That won't works. Okay, I have seen some of people, they did like it, but they get failure. Those who are having this network and they started the business, they become successful. So actually, this is the flow. You have to connect with farmers, and you have to transport. You have to know when they sell the goods while after the cultivation, and then you have to have a warehouse facility and the market connects. So this is compulsory. And if you wanted to become an aggregator, I would also suggest you to have your own vehicle facility, and that investment capacity to become a self-sustainable aggregator. I would suggest you to have a minimum of 4 lakh to 20 lakh capital investment with you. Then only, because it become viable Otherwise, it will be a problem for you, because you again use little money, that will not be sufficient, because in the market, actually, the aggregators to wholesaler and wholesaler to retail, the profit margin is 10% only. Okay. Yeah. So within the 10%, you want to survive the 10% only. So the minimum investment required that much money, and also it give you self-sustainable to run your business. And the second model, if you have you have a time, you have a capacity, you have a network. If you want to further increase your revenue, I would suggest you to start a B2C model business. Okay. How you have to set up your own primary processing unit. If you have that investment, I would suggest you to set up a primary processing setup. For the primary processing setup, you need grader cum aspirator, destoner cum aspirator, or dehuller. In case if you are selling minor millet, you need the dehuller. And the investment capacity is 6 lakhs to 7 lakhs to set up this unit, and you need 800 square feet area of the shed. And what are other machineries you required? You required a vacuum packing machinery, or else pouch packing machinery. So if you set up a vacuum packing machinery, again the extra it is the costing around 2 lakh rupees vacuum packing machine. The good branded vacuum packing machine in the market, it is 2 lakh Indian rupees. But the pouch packing machine, it cost high, and you need also a technical expertise to run that pouch packing machine. So I would not suggest at the initial scale to go with the pouch packing machine, but I would suggest you to go with the vacuum packing machine if you are entering into B2C model. Okay. And daily capacity is 100 to 200 kg, the packing capacity of the vacuum packing machine. And you need at least one labor or one helper to support in the packing. So now we'll discuss about what are the various marketing and sales channels. Yeah. So we all know about this traditional retail markets. Okay. So once after you are setting up your primary processing center, or while you are establishing your unit, you have to connect with the local supermarket. It may be in a mandal level or in the district level. Okay. But the problem is that when you go to the supermarkets, they are selling the millets, or they the cost mechanism, it may not be suitable for you. So you need to study your own calculations. That will be happen first before starting into the business. You go to the supermarket, you understand what is the cost mechanism they are following. Okay. So now, as I said, in the aggregators, there is a 10% margin is only exist in the aggregator market. But in the B2C market, you can generate revenue from 20% to 40%. Okay. So one after purchasing from the raw grains from the farmers to reach the supermarkets, you have 40% margin only. Within this 40 margin, you have to cover your processing unit expenses, your employee salary, and your own yourself. Okay. So these cost margins, it should works. But the problem is that the supermarkets is already filled up with the millet products, which are competent to your price. Why? Because the supermarkets are already fitted with some of the bigger industries. I mean, within the millet industry, some of the bigger industries which are already established. But still, though, as I mentioned, the why millets are good for for the small entrepreneurs, because these are all seasonal crops, not available throughout the year, and also difficult nowadays. It is difficulty in procuring. Okay, as I said, if you already have a strong network, you can negotiate this price, and you can still establish a connection with the supermarkets or stores or anyone, and you can give it a good price, and that competition you can still tolerate. uh, that can be possible at. And I have seen few of the entrepreneurs coming from farmer background, they are now sustainable at certain point. Now they become now sustainable, and they are running their businesses successfully. But though you have to follow this sales model. The second is the modern retail channels. I strongly suggest not to go with this, because when you go to the modern retail markets like D-Mart or Ratnadeep or like Spencer supermarket, what they will ask you, they will ask you the space charge, and the this space charge is, it's huge amount of money. But sometimes they think they will get the market, okay, and I seen some of the entrepreneurs, they spend money on this. They have paid money to the stores of 2 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees, but at the end they are not generated the revenue. There are also problem that they want they want all the license, all the regulations to be cleared to place your product in the modern retail market. So once for in case of FPOs and also to the individual entrepreneurs, I would suggest directly not enter into the modern retail channels first. I would suggest you to first go with the traditional retail markets, and then only you enter into the modern retail channels. Once you have sustainable your market in the traditional channels. Yeah, this is very important. E-commerce channels. So I mean, first before you entering the e-commerce channels, you have to have all your regulations clear. It may be in the point of branding, labeling, and FSSA clearances, everything you have to clear. And then you have to approach this Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, Jepto. There are various supermarket channels in online available, okay. All are having the same rules, okay. You have to approach them, you have to provide your all the certificates, legal issues, then only they will place your product. But in the e-commerce channel, it's not only finished, you just placing the product, it does not. Sorry. Okay. So it give sales to your product, okay. So you have to market also, okay. As I mentioned earlier, there are you have to follow further ideas, like you have to do your own marketing, like own promotion through social media, through Instagram page, through YouTube, and also you provide your product link. So these compulsory you have to follow to sell your products in the e-commerce, because a lot of competition is already there in the e-commerce market, okay. You have to show some uniqueness, and some new market strategies you have to implement your own, and then I mean, this is also one of the good sales channel, direct selling channels. Okay, I seen recently many small scale entrepreneurs. I know one of the entrepreneur from Anantapur. What he's selling is selling rice, not only millets. He's selling all variety of the food products coming from the farmers, rice, millets, pulses, everything he procured from the farmers in Anantapur district and nearby areas. And he has built up a personal network around, I think I am also there in the WhatsApp group, around 200 people are there. All are government employees. He has actually connected, MRO are there, some officers are there. Every day he posts his product, okay. He will write a message like, tur dal is available, procured from the farmers, naturally grown, this is the costing. So he posts and he will deliver the product also. He will. It takes some time, but within the 200 people also, he is generating a very good business. But to build up that network, it took time for him. But now it will everybody have these mobile phones. I think it is not difficult for you to develop your own sale channel. Okay, if you're having a small land, or you are living in near rural areas, and you have this access to farmers, and also if you have the capacity to build up the network, I think these direct sale channels also a very good market. And I discussed sometimes with that guy, and he's telling that he's making around 20,000 rupees profit every month on an average, only from one WhatsApp group. So he said likewise he has 4 to 5 WhatsApp groups. He has made the WhatsApp group in Hyderabad for one group, and also Anantapur for one group, and Kadapa for one group. So he said that every district is making some groups, and he is asking the reference also. For example, he sent last time he has given a tur dal to me, and then he asked me some reference. I shared my friend's reference. Now he is starting his own groundnut cold pressed units, because there is a demand of cold press processing unit, and the groundnut availability there in his own place. I also suggested to purchase a groundnut processing unit. So see, you always think that marketing and sales channels cannot be built in one day. So it takes some time. You have to be patient, and you have to be always strive for developing that your own marketing and sales channel, your business. Your profit and sustainability is depending on how strong in your marketing and sales. People think that good product will sell in the market. Yes, but good product is always sell in the market, provided you should have a strong marketing and sales network. Otherwise, even the good product will not sell in the market. So finally, I will provide you some of the ideas. You can create some Instagram page, and you can sell through some of the for example, if you are in Hyderabad, these apartment buildings, events. You can also approach some of the outlets near the health centers. So these are the various marketing and sales channels for small scale entrepreneurs and FPOs. Hope you all gain some knowledge from this session. If you have any questions, please raise. Thank you.
Thank
Hello.
you.